Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to do a bracelet tutorial on stretch bracelets, and I know there's a couple different ways of doing them, so I was just going to share some techniques that I have. First of all, a must-have is Hypo cement. You will put this on the end of your bracelet when you finished on the knot, and it's like 1 or 2 drops, and it works great. This will hold your knot very well, so you definitely want to have Hypo cement. I like 0.5 millimeter or 0.7 millimeter Stretch Magic. And my favorite is Bead Elasticity. And this is almost 1 millimeter, but I thought we'd demonstrate with it today. And I'm going to use this one with large hole beads. And this one with your standard 8 millimeter regular drilled bead. So with this Stretch Magic, or whatever brand you use, the 0.5 or 0.7 millimeter, I'm going to double it. So let's say you want a 7-inch bracelet. Right off the top, you want 14 inches. And then you'll want to have an extra 2 at the end, so you have room to tie your knot with. So I'm just going to take this and double it over. And sometimes just in case, I'm like, no, I'll measure it around my wrist to kind of see what length I've got going on here, and then just add a little extra, or you can use your ruler. So I'm using the 0.5, and I've got it cut for about the length that I want. And also I did pre-stretch it. You don't want to pull on it super hard so it buckles, or you pull out the consistency of the stretch cord where it will cause a ribbon look. You just kind of want to pre-stretch it gently, but enough to where it gets a little bit of a stretch pull in there, so that way if it's on your wrist, it doesn't pull too much. And with mine, I'm going to have 2 loose edges on one side and a loop on the other side. And just take some of my beads, and I take the 2 ends together, and I'm going to put it onto the bead here. I have the 2 ends on one side of the bead, and then take this bead, and then I'm going to slide it to the end where the loop is. And you want to leave some space because this is going to be your ending. So you do want to have a little bit of a loop here, but you can go and probably leave a good inch at the end. And then you just want to continue around, holding both ends and putting through your bead, and then sliding your bead down the cord towards your loop. So you just want to keep adding beads till you reach your desired length. So I'm going to continue beading this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, I finished beading this bracelet, and next I'm going to take my 2 loose ends and my loop, and I'm going to slide the 2 loose ends through the loop and pull on the stretch cord, and it will tighten on the other end where the loop is as you're pulling, and then it's secure, looped together. So next I'm going to take my 2 strands, and I'm going to knot. I'm just going to do an overhand knot. You can do a different knot if you have a preference, and then pull it strong. There you go. And then I just do a couple of them and pull nice and tight. I'm gonna pull strong. I need more coffee. Okay, so I'm finished. So next I'm going to use some Hypo cement over the knot, and then let it dry. When the knot has dried, you can pull it over because this cording is thin enough. The knot will hide on the inside of a bead. So mine's hidden under the bead. I just gently pull it and it hides. And then take out your excess cording and snip it off, and you're finished, and you can't see knot or anything. And it's all nice and secure, and you can pull on it and you're fine. Now, if you give these away, just let people know how you put on a bracelet is you don't like pull on it, is you kind of roll it onto your wrist. That way it doesn't pull on the cording. And then when you're done wearing it, you can just kind of roll it off. But there's this one. So for this next bracelet, I'm going to use the Bead. I love this brand. This is 0.8 millimeter on this one, but it's basically a 1 millimeter width. And I'm going to be using large hole beads. And the nice part about using large hole beads is there's so much space on the inside. It's easy to knot your cording and tuck the knot on the middle of the bead, and it's hidden, and it's a lot easier than using a standard bead. And these are 8 millimeter citron stones. They're faceted. I get these from Cherry Tree Beads, and they're 2 millimeter drill holes on the inside. So it's really easy to string these on and then to knot it at the end and to hide your cording. I think it's a great idea if you want to make stretch bracelets and not have to deal too much with hiding your knot at the end, or if you have maybe some vision problems like I do wearing reading glasses. Sometimes large hole beads are easier to work with, and they're great to work with if you just want to knot something really quick. So I'm going to finish this one, and then we'll show you how to knot at the end of this one. And it's going to be the same thing. I'm out of citrine, so I'm just going to fill it in here with some aquamarine stones. So again, you just take the two loops, the two ends, and pass through your loop and pull down until, you know, it's nice and tight. You're stretching it a little bit in there, getting it nice and tight, and you have your circle. And again, you can just go over on this one and do your regular knot, pull your string through, tighten it, and then use your Hypo cement on the knot. And when it dries, you can easily tuck it under the bead. See, look at how easily it slides through there. And cut off your excess cording here, and it will easily hide under this bead and you can't see it. See, that's one nice thing about the large hole beads, a little perk there. So here's two different bracelet styles for stretch bracelets. Thanks for joining me today. You can find me on Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or a message, and I'd love to help you out. Have a great day, and thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe.